Hi, I'm Steph and it has arrived! So this is the latest model of foldable kayaks by Oru Kayak and it's called the Lake. And I actually got the inlet kayak from Oru almost 10 months ago, and this actually came out on Kickstarter I think back in May, and my mom really wanted to get it, so that was an easy yes. So this is actually my mom's kayak, but I will be the manager of all the kayaks in the family. So I'm going to unbox it, set it up, figure it out, and then let mom enjoy her new kayak. So the first thing I want to do is unbox it and see what we got. Okay, so we have our manual right here. We have the footrest, which was extra on this model, so I ordered that. I also ordered some LED lights. I've been wanting these, so I ordered some of those. I did not order this, but it came with a dry bag for my phone. I did order this. This is a water holder. I've been wanting this, just some Oru branded stuff, so I ordered that. And shirts, so I ordered 2 shirts. I've been wanting an Oru shirt for a while. So this is the Oru shirt. It's pretty cool. I've been wanting one that has Oru on it. So I got 2 of those, they're the same. And here is the lake. So there is the user manual and there is the assembly guide, which I watched the video on, but I'll take a look at this too.
Okay, so let's open this up and see what we got. And it's not going to work to open it on these ottomans, so let me put it here on the floor. Okay, perfect. So like I mentioned, I've had an Oru kayak for about 10 months now, so I'm pretty familiar with the folding process, but I definitely did watch the video a couple times and read the manual to see how to put this together because I didn't want to push on the wrong spots. But I will say, as someone that's done a put together an Oru kayak before, this was a pretty familiar process, I would say. For somebody that's never put together an Oru, it's going to probably feel like uncomfortable at first and like, I'm breaking it. But read the manual, watch the video, and the more times you put it together, the more comfortable you'll get, and the more comfortable it'll be easier to do also, because it's a little stiff at first because it's brand new. But once you get used to it, this was a very straightforward process. This was even more straightforward than the Oru I have. So I practiced putting it together. Now it's time to hit the water. Okay, so I am now on the water in the Oru Lake, and I have to say, I don't particularly like that there aren't footrests, but I do like that they're not bulkheads because I can actually put my dry bag like right in front of my feet, and I could build up like dry bags or different things to be a footrest. And also it does come, we actually bought a footrest with it that we could add. I just don't know that I want to add the footrest, but I will say I like to have a little bit more of a power stroke, so I use the footrest to kind of push with my feet, so that's why I don't love not having the footrest. But I do like the openness of it. It does feel more open than my inlet, which is kind of interesting because my inlet is bigger than the lake. But you really can see the water because there's no bulkhead kind of distracting your view from the very front of the boat, so you can kind of see the water, which I think is neat. It's kind of cool to see. And the boat moves effortlessly. It really just takes no effort to move the boat. I actually am using a brand new paddle. To me, this is a bent shaft paddle. It's by Aquabound, and this is a very, very light paddle, and it's made for having a more natural hand grip on the paddle. I'm recovering from a paddling injury on my elbow, so that's why I decided to get this paddle. This is definitely a pricey paddle, so it's not something I would say run out and get, but that's what I'm using today. And I don't know if that makes this even more effortlessly feeling to paddle this kayak, but it's only 18 pounds, so it's really light. And this is super easy to put together, even easier than my inlet, which is now a step above the lake model-wise. Glad we have this one. I think this is a great second kayak to have. Great for kids. My 9-year-old nephew loved this kayak, and this is actually my mom's kayak, so she's going to get a chance to try it out and give me her thoughts on it, because so far I like it. It feels good. It glides well. It feels even more closer to the water than even the inlet, and that's pretty close to the waters. Yeah, this is definitely something I would kayak more in. The biggest thing is durability. No idea how it's gonna hold up over time. I've had some issues with my inlet because I kayak a lot. So I will kayak in this for some of my bigger kayaking adventures to kind of get an idea of how it holds up and how it does in other kinds of water. But so far, I really like it. I think it's a good paddle for beginners, and if you just want something quick to get on the water. The seat is not that comfortable. I would put nicer seat on it. I'm not super uncomfortable actually right now, but I know for longer paddles I would be. So I actually have a purple cushion I would probably replace this with, or the Oru gel cushion. But other than that, I don't see any other suggestions I would have so far paddling it.
So I'm actually out here at McClay Gardens Estate Park here in Tallahassee, Florida, and I'm out pedaling with my 11-year-old nephew who is in my Oru inlet kayak, and with my mom who is in her inflatable stand-up paddleboard / kayak. Again, she hasn't been able to try her new lake yet, but she will soon. And by the way, my nephew really liked the Oru inlet. He said he really liked the footrest on it, so he'd probably like the lake if we added the footrest to it, since that was one of his favorite parts of the inlet. And he is using the Oru Carbon Paddle, which is the lightest paddle that Oru sells. It's a nice paddle, but it is a little bit more expensive. It's about $300, and the regular Oru paddle is $119, I believe, and that's the one I typically use, but I've upgraded to the bent shaft paddle. So my first outing with the Oru Lake went really well. I'm excited to try it for longer. We went for about half an hour on today's adventure, but I'm excited to try it out some more and see what I think. All right, have a great day.